There we go. All right, let's double check, make sure everything's running fine on YouTube. I made sure to check all the Twitch stuff already, so I know that that's at least correct. YouTube's good to go, so now we move on to Twitch. Gonna boot that up, make sure you're all good to go. Boink! Boogie, 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 boogie. Okay, weird, but apparently if you gift a sub to my channel, you get some Crunchyroll rewards. Well, I've never seen that before, but okay. On Twitch. Sorry, those of you on YouTube. YouTube doesn't really do a drops thing, though, so I guess that can't really be helped, you know what I mean? But apparently, got Twitch drops specifically for Crunchyroll. Okay. And in any category? That's interesting. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Good to know. Okay. So current, I'm gonna pin this one for a bit. Current Twitch deal. Wow, interesting. I'm gonna pin that one. I didn't do that, but it did it for me. What's up, Awaz? That's weird. Okay. What's 2 hours? I'm like, yeah. I didn't know you could get drops for things that weren't games. Today I learned, I suppose. Round 3. Let's see if we survive the mega dungeon. No, not zoom in. I meant zoom out. Look how big it is. But this is just one, like, cube of the mega dungeon. So actually, this particular map isn't as big as it could be, but... Oh. People like to say, when you move to this area, you just develop allergies, and I think it's starting to happen. I've been here for like 12 years, but I think it's starting to happen. And I don't like it! But also, I think the pollen count is super high. And that does not help. Can it breathe? Oh my god, my dice. I don't have dice. Where are my dice? Are there still dice in this room? Yes, there are. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, Cup's here too? Hell yeah. And by hell yeah, I mean, good job, me, never cleaning my room. We're actually not sure. Well, I think depending on what happens tonight, we'll know. If we're all dead, clearly we're not gonna continue. Though technically there's what? 5 more? No. 7 more Voyagers on the boat. Or 9. Ugh. My memory. 7 or 9, depending on whether or not Shin commissions 2 classes things working. I don't know why I just got so tired for no reason. Oh my god. My eyeballs. My eyeballs, they burn. Actually, while you guys are here, I'm gonna look something up. Unrelated to Cardna, but something I need to know. Does it have a picture for them? Oh my god, Legacy pops up first? Yes! Frickin' finally. Yeah, they're like bronze skinned though. Interesting. What's Gamma World? Oh wait, can I see these now? You get. Oh. Oh no, she's hot. The OGL released. You can see these now. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, so some of them you can see. Not all of them. I got it. No, yeah. I don't. People are weird. Oh my god, I forgot to join the call like an idiot. Hello.
Whoa! The speed at which you can summon DMs is insane.
I sure did.
Chaotic ones can answer the call so quickly.
Oh, I think. Don't worry, we're still missing one resident member of the Chaos sect, and.
What if I told you, boy? I have gained power beyond your reasoning.
I would only hope it keeps you alive.
Limited?
I would only hope it keeps you
Understand.
alive.
Oh, well, listen. I got reamed again at work, but I'm here.
Well, don't worry. Channel that chaos, my good friend, for tonight.
Oh, I will, because I now have the... What's it called? I have the themed drink of the day.
Oh.
At this point, I might as well just call it the Cardna.
I mean...
So, I have a little old candy do of Pepsi, cream, and cherry. Can you guess, Mr. Okami, what I have mixed it with? It is something to do with how Mr. Shin here runs his game.
Is it Fireball?
No, I would never drink that. I think.
I actually don't mind Fireball.
I haven't had it in years.
But I do like cinnamon, so that probably makes a lot of sense.
That does, actually.
What about you, Mr. Navigator?
I am having some tea with ginger and honey to keep my voice well manicured and ready.
Lubricated?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, sir? I am...
And Awad, I am very curious as to what in the world this Gamma World is, but...
Gamma World?
All
right, let's see if Twitch can figure out what I'm doing.
Let's
see if they can guess what's in here.
Oh, man.
It has to deal with
Oh,
this little home screen we're sitting on.
that is
Wait, with
not.
the rum?
I was gonna say, is Gamma World the one that people started to use after the Turtles RPG? But no,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think so.
Yes?
Apparently, if you ever want to play a mutant of some variety, the Turtles RPG is where it's at. I've been told that by many people, not just clubs.
Interesting.
Well, I'll say this: if it's high C themed, it's some form of rum or whiskey, perhaps a bourbon.
You're on the right track.
It wouldn't be a Southern comfort because there's no comfort to be found in my system. We don't believe in that.
This is true.
You earn comfort.
Aye, aye. Your one
Well,
clue, Mr. Navigator.
Go
The
ahead.
dead blue.
Ah. Well, then it has to be a spiced rum. That's all the captains drink.
Aye, it's not any spiced rum.
Is it the captain?
No. It is not the captain. I have here in my cup authentic pirate rum.
Oh.
Based on the original Caribbean recipe.
Okay. DM Lacara, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you also, fans, have a drink
Shin in the
themed
server?
around our eternal suffering? Oh, Ice Queen.
I do not. I drank yesterday,
Clubs!
so I am. I mean, I have tea.
Oh. Yeah, I'm like staring at that, and I'm like, is it now Mutant Crawl Classics?
What?
Obviously.
Abel's brought up Gamma World, and we're looking it up, but on the wiki page for it, it stops at Mutant Crawl Classics.
I guess that's the most recent one.
Interesting.
I am trying to find.
There's
There we go.
novels published in. Oh, that's cute. Cute.
Oh crap, we're all here. So I guess I should do that thing.
Yeah, so I'll bring
Ladies
up
and gentlemen.
the actual game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third and final episode. Final question mark? Who knows? There'll be more episodes of this later on once as I put some more work into stuff. But welcome to the final episode of the Roundtable presents Cardna, the Sealed Cities. If you're just tuning in for the first time, Okami here has made an awesome playlist, I think, to separate all of our playtime stuff in the future.
Yeah.
But tonight we play a TTRPG system. Oh yeah, no problem. Of my own creation. And if you haven't tuned in, it is based on older editions of D&D mixed with other systems such as Mothership and other inspirations that I've gained from systems that I have played that are all TTRPG related. Cardna is a mission-based survival TTRPG with thematic story elements akin to how Bloodborne and Dark Souls do it, in that lore is found as you explore, not necessarily always handed to you, as humanity is but a part of the world. Now, I've been thankful enough to have my friends here, the Roundtable, join me in playing as I guide them through this wild, wild world. I wanted to say to each of you, thank you very much for continuing the tales of Helen, Arcbus, and Lucian.
It's these three.
Our stalwart heroes, who I believe have been having a hell of a time since they touched down on the dock.
Just a wee bit.
Say? Just a little bit?
I think we've handled it with grace.
Where's my safe havens that are crossed out? They're not safe.
They can be. Just They're as safe as you let them be.
Oh, that's right. We've rested. You're no longer stinky.
This is true. You guys are ooh. But
Yeah, it is.
which Shin is DM Shin, so I might send these images to. It is I, Jankies. No, I'm now Awaz. I'm now apparently the Darth Inquisitor.
Oh, true. Yeah, he did change your name again. That's
I
true.
have been upgraded to a Sith Inquisitor as per proper choice of my lifetime.
Do you have a number?
Welcome back.
Hey,
Everyone's
sorry.
gonna find me. No, welcome back. I was going through the old rigmarole.
Recapping.
Yeah. But you came just in time for the recapping. Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, and it's TSR AWAS? Oh, yes. No, I'm sold. I'm sold. Sold. Just sold. I'm going to find all the Gamma World stuff now. Anything TSR related, I'm usually... TSR actually inspired a lot of this game because I love old school systems and how rewarding it was for thinking outside the box and punishing it was for not thinking at all. I love that. But I wanted to say, as one, again, thank you to the three of you for playing. Thank you very much for joining me in what has been a harrowing adventure for the three of you. And I think it's only fair that in my recap, I left you guys off in camp, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the Morlocks now.
Not quite.
What?
But you are definitely living in the sewer. If you find a giant rat that talks to you, I don't know how much you want to trust it to teach you martial arts, but that's neither here nor there.
You know, listen,
I'm
weirders
down with it.
happened.
Now, Okami, I'm going to grant you something that you didn't have before.
A soul.
No. You might
Is it
not
a
want
child that I'm going to adopt from the wilds?
I mean, you guys did meet
No.
a child.
That would
It
be
won't
the other campaign that I am currently a part of, where we seem
That's
to
a
be doomed to
frog
that.
kid. I need like a Tarzan kid.
Then you might want to go to another island.
I'm like half Van Pelt, half Nigel Thornberry.
So I'm going to drop this to you separately in a message, Okami.
Ooh.
But this is something that you could have crafted. So if you want to pick one to craft at this point, go for it.
Oh.
Or if you want to just roll for it to see what you would have gotten, you can do that too.
Yeah.
But
what would he make?
To quickly recap before we start, is there any actions you guys wanted to take before we start the beginning of camp, during camp? I know, Helen, you mentioned wanting to also tune up to your brand new tone. You guys have 8 hours under here of safe sleep, so don't worry, nothing's going to interrupt that.
I'm at 0 stress. How do I fix that?
Well, you're at
That
0
came up
stress and 1
size.
madness.
That seems like a low number.
Technically,
think
think
you
of
know how
it
to
as
get
you're
low.
already at 100.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Now, you guys are going to be at full HP after your rest, so you can calculate that ahead of time.
Aye, aye.
But, like I said, when everyone, if hopefully everyone's had a good time, and if does anyone have any questions before we get things kicked off? Lucian, I think
I
I
just-
reminded you to check out your arcane lore a little
Okay,
bit
I'm
more.
putting my health. Okay.
You did.
And Helen, I think you'd mentioned wanting to look at some of your rituals.
Yeah, I just shot you the one that I want to prepare.
Prepared.
Yay.
You guys smell garlic because I made a garlic oil pot. Do I think
Ooh.
there are vampires? Maybe not, but I mean, you never know when you might need it.
Did you share enough with the rest of the class?
No.
How much is it just for one shot?
So it's 1 bomb or 3 applications on a weapon or shot.
Okay.
Are there vampires in this world?
Maybe.
If it goes bump in the night, assume it might be here.
Yeah.
True.
I do. I just hadn't heard them mentioned in any of the background or anything.
Oh, it's okay. Listen, apparently I can throw into my lore the heartbeat of a vampire.
Oh.
Huh.
Out
Curious.
of game, most things that go bump in the night do exist in some capacity. However, don't think of it as the standard idea behind them. Is the best way to put it. I told you guys very early on that humans aren't the only things you interact with.
Mhm.
But
Yes, I've ruined the spacing on my inventory box. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
ruined the system.
Don't let your OCD take over.
Okay.
I know the pain.
But I think I left you guys off. I think if everyone's ready and set to go, I left you guys off in a very unique spot. Underground.
Seems like as good as a place as any to be here.
Could be worse.
It definitely could.
Could definitely be better, but definitely could be worse too.
Okay, yeah,
If
nothing
we're all
followed us through the grate. That's good.
correct,
That's shocking.
Also true.
if any of you guys popped up or were awake, I know Helen at certain points you were awake. I'm sure each of you were awake at different times. Light flickered heavily back and forth across the grate. However, you could tell that nothing seemed to want to take the harrowing jump downwards that you did.
That's more disturbing.
They're afraid of us.
Is that what you
Good way to
think?
look at it.
It's what I know, Helen. It's what I know.
Sure. Yes. Yes, Clyde. Sure.
It's about, judging from the light peering in, Arcbus and Helen, the two of you using your combined knowledge can deduce it's morning time on the outside. Subtle heat emanating down through the grates above you guys. You've baked yourself into a well-nestled corner as you've explored this space. But you guys also know one thing about where you are that all of you have been forewarned before coming here. This is the Cardinal Aqueduct. It is the only thing that prevented Arcanum from sinking into the sea. Ocean water, when it rose, flooded the streets and then was shoved out of the city through various sluice gates and gateways built underneath the city. Water still permeates this aqueduct from time to time. However, it has never been successfully mapped. Now, you guys are currently tucked deep away in the aqueduct. I will show you guys roughly how big the aqueduct is.
Mega dungeon.
Oh, yes. Absolutely a mega dungeon.
I'm zooming out because it's going to be big.
It is. For scale, you guys are in that tiny little corner. And you guys will be progressing through here using this map primarily. When you're not in a place, when you want to investigate something or encounter something. However, if you don't want to, we'll be using this page as you guys traverse and explore the Cardinal Aqueduct. There are various exits to both the city and the sea under here. Now, to quickly recap, what do we know about the mission you guys were sent on?
That it was a lie.
We've been told various things by people, none of whom I particularly trust.
Oh, okay. Helen, you're still skeptical of the laned woman's words.
I am skeptical of everything.
That's a fair and a good way to be. Arquebus, I'm sure you might feel a little bit of a heavy heart knowing that you got tricked into a hunt, I'm sure.
Perhaps my destiny was closer than things appeared.
So then let's begin. As the three of you awaken from your slumber, the sound of water, various creatures scuttling around, and the empty sounds and screams emanating from the grate above you. You find yourselves in a room sealed off with a single exit. Each of you, I'm sure, at certain points has kept watch over this doorway while awake for a period of time, but each of you also managed to get a good night's sleep, restoring your health to full and setting you to one madness but zero stress for now. In a blink, you hear something. Each of you roll me a scout check.
Ooh,
This is my scout.
FaceTime.
Okay.
That's D100.
I succeed.
Oh, and I can stop rolling with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. All debuffs that were encountered are gone. However, I believe it was Lucian. Each of you should remove one ration, except Lucian, who should remove 2.
That is a fair statement.
If
Do
you
I
can
have
take out one of
rations?
your fish if you didn't eat it yet.
I don't have rations written down anywhere.
It should be in the bottom of your inventory. Of your
Oh,
item.
yes.
Food.
Yep.
You could also
Yep.
get rid of your. I think you both have. I gave you both one fish.
You did give me a fish. I ate a fish and one ration.
Okay, and we're doing.
Fish.
But so we only had one success on the scout.
Yep, I failed.
I haven't rolled yet. Hang on,
Okay.
sorry. Just trying to
Close.
find my food.
I got a 42 instead of a 40.
Oh wow, I super duper failed.
What'd you get?
97.
Okay, as long as it wasn't 100, that's okay.
Yeah.
So Helen, Arquebus, take 5 stress. As all you hear is the sound of nails on chalkboard. However, Lucian,
Oh,
Oh God.
you can tell that this is the sound of someone covering the grate above you.
When you say covering,
You look up to see mangled hands, and two red eyes glare down at you before disappearing as a large stone cuts off the light that once shone through the grate above you.
Oh, lovely.
And in the distance, far, far off underground, you think you can barely make out the sound of more metal scraping.
Interesting.
And we enter to you guys here. Underground. I'll put you guys on this map for now. What would you like to do as you awaken, scared, in the dark, and a little alone?
Are
We're not
there?
alone.
Yeah, we have the power of friendship. Look how well that's done for us so far. Are there like sconces and stuff down here, or is it just straight pitch black?
It's the sewer. You have minor light amongst yourselves. As you guys had set up camp, you guys still have some light from your camp.
Okay.
But further light would require torches or some kind of magical light of some sort.
Luckily, I have torches.
Yeah, Rutherford will suggest I'll light a torch if it's time for us to set out. Clearly, we're not going back the way we came.
Indeed. Which way would you guys like to head?
Away from the grate.
All right.
Fair.
Smart.
So far, it looks like there's only one way to go.
You make your way out of debris and rubble and find yourselves emerging from a broken sewer pipe. Each of you lending a hand to the other to kind of climb downward into what appears to be a proper sewer. There's about 1.5 feet of water around all your feet. I would hope all of you are wearing some form of shoes.
Boots.
Okay.
Mm,
Is
some kind of
anyone
boots.
not wearing shoes?
No,
I'm
we're
gonna
all
look
classy.
immediately at the zealot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be happy about this, but it's better than the alternative.
You are wearing shoes, right?
Oh, of course, I'm not. Listen, I'm insane, not crazy.
Okay.
As you progress further and further, here's how we're going to do it, guys. You guys are going to be exploring a little bit. It will take you exactly 2 hours per map if you want to explore the map. So assume that 2 hours will be absorbed in a daytime if you explore a map. But if you wish to just continue further, I simply need one of you to roll me a d6. And I will confer to the event table for exploration. This
Someone
is
else roll, I'm
this
rolling
is for the
terribly.
DM. This is for a DM to see. You guys would not see the exploration table normally.
Who wants to roll the first d6?
Who's
Not
getting
me.
the luckiest today?
Drop that
I
d6.
mean, technically, you're the only one who passed a check so far, so.
Yeah, but I don't want to blow my luck. So I volunteer you.
All right.
Come on, Okami. Save us.
A 2.
You slink further and come across a crossroad. clearly leading forward would be the better option. However, there exists a path off to your right, leading further into what appears to be the sewer as you watch the water traverse in the direction of this area, as the rest of the water pulls forward and rushes forward down the aqueduct way.
Oh,
Off
I
in
mean-
the distance, you hear the sound of crunching bone.
from what direction?
Hmm.
Perhaps best if we avoid this branching path.
Most likely. Good idea.
Each
Quick
of you.
question.
Oh, go ahead. That's fine.
How far do we see normally?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay.
I've given you, so your token has exactly 20 feet of light.
That tracks.
I can see, even in darkness, up to 30 feet right now.
Oh. Well, then.
Must be nice.
I
Right
guess somebody
now.
did. An extra 10 feet of light!
Yay! Thank you.
Huzzah.
I think the light actually increased for you guys, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Aye, aye, aye.
I'm trying some weird, things that Roll20 has on here, so.
We're proud of you.
Yeah, good on you for getting the lighting to actually work. I never succeeded at that.
I just drew a lot
I've
of
learned.
squares of light. This area is illuminated. That's all I remember doing.
Yeah.
I've learned over time. However, the sound of crunching seems to be multiplying in this corner. What would you like to do, guys?
Beat feet away
In
from
which
the corner.
Yeah.
That sounds smart.
Each of you roll me a skullduggery check.
Well-
See how quiet, or alternatively, Helen, roll me a
heck yeah.
prayer.
I already rolled.
Oh, well, shite. Okay.
But
It's okay.
My drip
Fail.
is not quiet.
Fail.
I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
Oh. Helen, your expertise in moving through a room finally paid off. You've always hated meetings and large gatherings of the navigators over time. So you've mastered what some people have written in scribbled text as an "I wish goodbye." You can't really make out the word. However, as you slowly bring your friends to quiet and calm, you bypass this area. As the sound of water, as the sound of bones stops, and you hear the sound of another metal gate being lifted and slammed close in this corner. Your party continues on. Sloshing the waterways, you come across your first chance at land.
What is that?
You find yourselves above one of the sluice gates here underground, holding back what looks like gallons, hundreds of gallons of polluted, fetid water. The smell enough, if not for your training, would knock you near unconscious. Each of you desperately wishing for clean clothes as the murk and mire of the water permeates your clothing. But for now, dry land. as you guys stand, you see stairs leading further on. But once again, I'm going to take a scout check from folks.
Oh dear.
Can I do prayer for this one?
This one's going to be pure scout.
Wrong.
Okay.
This is purely observation.
Nope.
I failed, but thank God.
I also
Yeah.
failed.
I rolled a 65.
I got a 64.
I got a 99.
That was close.
It takes you guys a while, your torch dimming a bit. But you manage to make out what looks like a doorway.
There's Scan.
You're not sure if it's safe. However, you guys know that you can't stay in the sewer forever.
Perhaps we might have a bit of a discussion before we head back up and discover whatever fresh hell is waiting for us there. Where are we trying to get to now?
Anywhere but here, darling.
Well, yes, but we may have to start running as soon as we get up above. Are we trying to get further into the city, or are we trying to get back to the boat?
If I'm being honest, I don't think the boat's still here.
Also a
That's
good point. We just should stay away from... Oh man, I don't have the big map anymore. Wait, yes I do. Never mind.
It worries me that the navigator is rolling.
Here we
Don't
go.
worry.
It should worry you.
We have to stay out of Market Hill, I think it was. For sure.
Correct. However, I can tell you that right now, I highly doubt you guys know exactly where underground you are.
Yeah.
You're
would be quite honest
clearly,
with you,
you're
Archibus. Oh, sorry.
clearly close to the water. However, water borders on a lot of sides of the city of Arcanum, including a long river that runs through it. Fortunately, you guys that don't think got a good idea as to where you were when you guys jumped down here. Or prior to jumping down here.
Yeah. My thought is we don't know where we are, but if we follow the way the water's going, we're probably going to get back to the edge of the city.
We lost our compatriots on the way in, but if the boat's still there, we could try chancing it. However, if the expedition is a farce, returning probably isn't the best idea either.
We could just say it was too dangerous and we turned back. Better than dying in this hellhole. There was also that big ship that was moored when we arrived. That wasn't scuttled, was it?
No, but I did see our friend on top of it.
True. I believe his friends came from that too.
You hear the sound of more metallic scraping in a far off corner of the map.
I feel like we're being channeled here.
We're being hunted.
Either way, I think we should go up.
On that, we can agree.
At least try to get our bearings.
That's fair.
So you want to attempt to take a chance of going upwards and leaving the sewers?
I think this is a bad idea. Helen thinks this is a really bad idea, but she is not used to taking charge yet.
Well,
Fair.
no matter what we do, it's probably going to be a terrible idea. It's just which
Yeah.
one is the least terrible idea.
Hmm.
Who would you say is going to lead the charge here,
Hmm.
or would want to take lead on this expedition? I'm going to let that person call the movement and the shots.
My vote is Arquebus.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I'm going to say, out of character, he's definitely wondering if they sent him here to die because his destiny's at hand. But he doesn't know what his destiny is because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Sounds like a tracker. All you know is hunting.
He'll take the lead if he has to. He thinks we should go up, at least sniff any air other than this air.
So you want to take a chance at the doorway over here then? Or do you want to take your chance going further into the sewers to find a different exit? Arquebus.
Do we hear any weird noises from ahead of us in this direction? I know we hear it behind us.
You did. You heard the sound of metal clanking
Hmm.
and slamming shut like a gate.
Hmm.
However, you can tell that the water is flowing this direction and is pooled here.
Hmm. We could follow it to an outlet. If it's flowing, it's got to go somewhere.
That's what I was saying.
Navigator, I have a question.
Ask away.
What is the range of Starlight Beam?
60 feet.
I'm sorry, one more time.
60 feet.
Understood. If you all would like, I can provide light in 60 feet of a direction.
Well,
It'll simply cost me a small bit of my sanity, but I came here willingly. I didn't have much to begin with.
I think lighting this place up is probably about the worst thing we could do.
We are currently
True,
holding a
true,
torch grouped up in a sewer with a torch lit in pure darkness.
I
Whatever's
do
already
not
wants-
have a torch.
yeah, she
You're
has.
standing
I
next
don't
to
know
one.
if one of you guys do, but
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
you're standing next to one grouped up to two idiots.
Hmm.
If something wanted to eat us, it would have done so already.
True. Can Arquebus look to see if the controls for the current gate are near us?
Give me a scout. On a success, you find it quickly. On a failure, it takes you about 10 minutes.
Ooh, 40 on the dot. That's a success for me.
You quickly scan the room, your eyes rapidly adjusting to the variations of light before spotting a lever in this back left corner that seems to control the flow of water in this tiny pool.
And there's no moving creatures near it, right?
None that you've spotted in your look.
Hmm. Would you two mind if I set a trap near the lever, just in case someone sets it off when we walk down there?
That sounds like an excellent idea.
I would not mind at
Okay,
all.
what?
Burn a usage of a trap.
I gotta roll. What are you? You're D12s. Boink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, same one. The hidden pitfall again.
Where do you want to set it?
A little bit ahead of the lever.
So you don't want to go to the lever. You want to set it in front of the lever in case something tries to trigger it.
Yeah. Arquebus is worried whoever's hunting us, they're going to use this sluice gate to get us easier.
Oh, they will.
Okay.
If their job is hunting, that's what he would do.
It takes you some time. Your torch dwindles a little more. However, you set this very odd and somewhat cumbersome trap in front of the lever of the sluice gate, here in the corner. Upon doing that, the sounds around you continue.
I guess we're heading
As you
further
hear
in.
the sound of metal lifting in the corner behind you again.
Down we go.
You guys wish to continue to follow the water? Or did you want to investigate the door?
I think my compatriots would rather we follow the water. I mean, to be fair, even if they did release the water, we would also eventually make it out.
Eventually. The state in which you'd make it out, questionable, but you'd make it out. But if you wish to continue following the water, I will allow you to continue to follow the water.
Yep.
You continue to make your way down. Who wants to give me a D6 roll? As another hour passes.
Oh dear.
Oh, shucks.
I give it to one of you guys. I invoke the right of not it.
Got it.
Don't be afraid. Each of you is going to roll
3.
it.
You severely underestimate my ability to delegate.
As you come up upon land, Helen, you make out a shape on the back wall over here.
Over where? Okay.
Top
Oh,
right
that's not
compared
good.
to you.
Yeah, I see it now.
Is that where the water's flowing?
Also a good question.
What kind of shape is it?
Humanoid.
Like a drawing on the back wall, or like something clinging to the back wall?
You can make out what looks like breath and shape on the back wall, but it seems injured, potentially.
Okay. Guys, there's something over there. I think it's injured.
Good. Let's ignore it.
What if it's the little frog kid?
What if it's the lady whose name I have no idea about anymore?
Matilda.
There we go.
If it was her, I would care more. As a kid, I don't care.
Can I creep forward a little bit since I've got the night vision right now?
Yes, you absolutely can. You guys slowly make your, I would say you make your way to about here. And as the light shines forward, you can make out the shape of a haggard man. Large axe on his back, wounds on his legs as he props himself up on some mycenoids that have grown down here due to the damp and odd environment. He sees the flicker of torchlight. Oh, excuse me. Can you help me? Oh, I didn't think people would make the jump.
Talking about people like he's not one.
World question. Do each of the Tenzins have like a... I was going to say a secret handshake. That's not what I mean. But like a signal that they would give to one another?
Some do, some don't. You would be in the member of the Cult of the Unseen would, as you guys literally move in shadows.
Can I give...
Would the lane have one?
No, because the laned are very distinguishable, as 99% of them are women.
Sorry, I just thought of...
So every woman's a laned?
Yeah,
No.
I was just thinking immediately if Dungeon Mommy was here.
Not most laned are women, but not all women are laned.
No, it's just being a jerk.
Dungeon Mommy would be like, pussy power! They have a symbol.
They might.
Can I flash whoever this guy is, whatever my signal is, and see if he reacts?
Do you have a trench coat?
You go to make a hand signal towards this man. I'm going to roll his Tenzin right now in front of you.
Make him another lane. It'd be really funny.
That would be hysterical.
Oh.
Oh. He can't see you. He has no idea. He doesn't respond to your hand signal.
Not one of mine.
Please. I recognize the oddities, but I mean you no harm. I could prove it. He rips off of his lapel and throws forward a gold-plated eye. A symbol a symbol that you recognize, Helen, as the Society of the Arcane.
Okay, well, bear is a recognizable symbol. Suppose anything could have lifted off a body, but...
Please, if you could help me. You hear his breath becoming more haggard.
Yeah, I'll creep towards him to see if I can help him. Is he, like, visibly injured, or is he just hacking up a lung?
Do you guys want to move closer to find out? You can't see perfectly from where you are, as he's not fully illuminated, but you can see that his legs do seem damaged. However, you would have to get a little closer to be sure.
Can I put my torch in my mouth and then my crossbow?
You know, there are two other
Roll
people
me
you
a
can
fortitude
hand.
check.
You can literally just hand the fucking torch to somebody.
True.
Well, he said that's what he wants to do, so roll me a
I
fortitude.
know, that's why I'm yelling at him.
Too late now.
Fortitude is... What's my...
I'm trying to Zorro this torch.
Oh wait, no, that's never mind. Nope, that's
Yep.
D20.
Straight D20, equal to or under your fortitude.
You son of a bitch! 1 over my fortitude.
You bite down on your torch as the taste of sewer water fills your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
That made me gag.
Take 15 stress as you spit out your torch and your torch goes out.
Oh man.
Just him, correct?
Do you have a torch lit as well?
Yes.
Okay, then. Yes.
Dumbass.
But I do have a crossbow ready. Oh, you hell.
What do you guys want to do? He notices your torch go out. Oh. No, no, no. Don't let the light go. Please, please.
I mean, I'm not in favor of anybody lighting anything right now, but I'll just start moving a little bit closer to him to see.
You can see in plain view now, Helen.
Uh-huh.
This man is a condemned.
Oh.
You have one on your boat, a woman. But you know that the condemned are heretics, prisoners, individuals that were thought heretical and brought to Candace and left in a place known only as the Gaol. Gaol. A super prison of sorts. However, people who leave the Gaol don't leave the way they entered.
Is it spun as like a re-education facility, or is it just people come out and they don't really talk about them much?
Researchers, chaplains, zealots, and antiquarians are the primary workers within there. And if you've been chosen to work at the Gaol for a selection of time, you're told never to speak of what you saw within. You're sworn to a magic secrecy.
Mm.
However, people assume that what goes on in there is less than humane and absolutely sanctioned by the High Council of Ilios. But this man continues to cough up what you can now see as dark maroon blood in his hands. Please, help me. I can see you. You're a chaplain. Are you not? Please.
I am. I would tell. Actually, I would tell. Oh God, I'm blanking on your name.
Arcbus or Lucian?
No, Lucian. Thank you. I was trying to think of foppish French names and was blanking on Lucian.
How dare you?
I would say, like, out of the corner of my mouth to Lucian, like, just keep an eye on him while I do this. And then
I will get a scent.
What? What's that?
For my lure.
You want to use your arcane lure? Okay. For it.
Well, it's more like collecting things and maybe boost it up a little bit.
You want to look around for something, or do you want to keep your eyes fixated on this guy?
There's some currently nice blood I can use, assuming he gets dealt with.
Okay.
Artemis will for sure be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah. I'll go up to try to use renewed flesh on him.
Roll me a d6. See if the ability goes off.
Oh. I got a.
Just Helen.
I take 1 stress for making the tool of the trade,
Yeah.
though, right? Oh, sorry, I had
Yes.
to put that in.
I got a 3.
You succeed. No, actually, you fail. 2 and 3 is a failure. You attempt to heal the flesh on his legs, but as you go to stitch the weave together, you make a slight miscalculation. Run, please. Please, run.
I'm sorry.
No. You watch him violently jerk.
Can I shoot him in the
I
head?
think we should probably not be here.
Yeah.
You want to shoot him in the head?
Yeah.
Make an attack roll against him.
I forgot. It's the D20
for under your
yeah,
talent.
Yeah, talent. 14's under 16. And then
Roll damage.
D10. A whopping 2.
You graze his shoulder. I told you to run.
Okay, time to go.
Gotta go.
Unleash the power of the stars upon this man.
It's just a crossbow.
Are you guys all taking? Which direction are you guys running in?
Back the way we came.
Yeah, I think we have to go back up to that door, huh?
Oh, I mean, unless we run past him, I don't think that's a great idea.
Mm-mm. There was a way to go down, but we don't know what's down there. I mean, we could. Either way, definitely back.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys want to just give me the direction? So you guys want to run back down this way? You'll
Yeah.
come to
Mhm.
the impasse once again. Do you want to go left and try and make it to the doorway that you saw back this way, or do you want to continue forward as you see light from a grate above beaming down this direction? Helen, you can see also with your night vision a room to your right.
There's a room we could try to go into, but that could be a dead end.
It's closer. Well, we'd have to lift people up into the grate. Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere but here.
Yeah, let's try the room. At least we can barricade the door.
You hear the echoing screams of the man in the corner behind you before it goes quiet.
Yeah, let's try the room.
Yep, let's go.
The three of you enter this room. As you hear the harrowing, as you hear the sound of water moving. And out from the center, echoing the chambers of the sewer, you hear the sound of a lion-like roar mixed with a howl.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
It's the Thundercats.
Oh!
You guys have a turn before this thing is on top of you. What do you want to do?
Hey, oh,
Barricade
Helen,
the door.
Yeah.
They don't have that magical wall thing anymore.
You barricade the door. I'll look at my new book.
Okay.
Barricade the door with what?
So everyone gets one action.
Oh, no,
Helen,
no.
you're looking at your book for a spell. I'll let the book and the spell cast be the same action. Arcus, Lucian, what's happening?
One of us is barricading the door.
Maybe the one who knows how to build a trap.
Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm barricading the door with whatever I can find in here. Ooh! Okay. Hear me out.
No.
Can I barricade the door a la the engineer class in Killing Floor 2, where my barricades have traps inside of them?
You have a turn. I don't know if you can close the door and then set up a trap after making a trap.
I think I can make something. Just barricade the
on.
door.
Okay, I'm gonna barricade the door.
I'll help you barricade the door.
As you're barricading the door, each of you, the two guys barricading the door, roll me a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, you can silently do it. On a 4 or 5, it makes noise. On a 6, you clang and clatter as you close the door.
Okay.
You want us both to do it or just one of us?
I got a 1.
Okay.
My statement
about
still
you?
stands. Oh. 4.
You silently push up into the door. However, Lucian, your inability and your unfamiliarity with this makes noise. However, you manage to get this door closed. As what exactly was out there shows itself. Through the slits
no.
of the door, you see a large, haggard, muscular beast covered in fur and fang, scarred and bloodied, standing. Clothes ripped asunder. Arcbus, you recognize this. It almost looks lycanthropic. However, something's wrong, as if the skin has been stitched together. It notices the sound before slamming into the door that you guys are behind.
I don't know if meat's
Helen,
Can I
what
do
did
my
you want to
action?
do? Yes,
Yep.
go for it.
Okay. Guys, step back from the door. And I'm going to cast ice sculpture to create a big ice guillotine right over the door.
That's metal as fuck!
Okay.
You can sculpt ice in any shape you wish. As you slowly weave chaos, coming to understand the water in the air is controllable. Understanding that to chill the water in the air, it's a simple understanding of temperature. You slowly piece together the weaves of chaos to form a large blade seated upon the top of this door. This thing slams into the door again. You hear the sound of the wood on this door break. One more good hit and this thing is getting in. You guys have 3 turns before this thing breaks through this door and gets through to you. What do you wish to do? We're gonna roll initiative, folks.
I got us, guys. I got it!
I'm on the edge of my
This thing
seat.
is going to take this turn to break this door in a little bit more. You guys can look around the room. You guys can attempt to prepare yourselves, whatever you wish to do. Just tell me and I'll let you know what to do for it.
Goddamn bots. Definitely want to look around the room, but then I'm going to build another trap.
Okay, what is the radius of Starlight Prison again? 10 feet?
20 feet.
Oh,
You love that spell, I swear.
it's helpful.
Just remember, though, it's 20 feet from a point you can see.
Yeah, I know, that's the issue.
Well, you'll be able to see once he breaks the door down.
True.
No, the issue is I can still only see right where he's standing. I can't see farther.
Can I look for like another way out of this room?
Absolutely. Give me a scout or a prayer.
Oh, prayer. Definitely prayer.
You're praying to God to see if we actually hear it.
Fail.
You reach out, hoping for some form of divine understanding. However, nothing comes to you in the fear of your mind. Take a stress.
Yep.
Arcmus, Lucian,
This first turn, I guess I'll build the trap because that's something that I can see.
you find yourself bopping down, looking for various materials in the room. Roll a d12, see what you can make.
Oh wait, no, that's a 10. Come back here. A 10. What are you? 10 is a dragging snare. Ah!
Lucian, what do you want to do?
I can see through like a slit in the door, right?
Yep, you see fangs.
How
tusks,
big is
and
said
teeth.
slit in the door?
Large enough to see fang, tusk, and teeth glaring back at you.
In theory, I could stick my hand through it. Like my human-sized hand.
My human-sized.
Yes, you could.
Alright, perfect. I'm going to use my lure to magically make a dagger and chuck it through the hole.
Oh!
So
Yeah, you thought I was going to do something stupid.
you utilize your lore to conjure a dagger, forming forming out of the chaos a small blade. Roll a talent or roll me a talent check to get through the bars of this door as you throw it.
Is that higher or lower than the number?
Lower or equal to.
Okay. Ah! Okay, that's lower.
Nice.
My talent is 16.
Roll me 1d4.
Aye, aye, Capitan. 4!
Not bad.
Hey.
You hear the sound of your dagger hit flesh.
Ooh.
I'm going to eat you. You remind me of the bastards who did this to me.
Maybe I was.
Ah! And another slam at the door hits. More wood cracks and breaks as this thing beats at the door further. And at the start of a new turn, someone beat a 3.
Good luck, DM Lacara.
God. We're in a bad place if you want me to roll.
It's only a 50-50 chance of survival. Oh, well, it's been nice knowing you all.
Yep.
It breaks at the door again, making a dent as you hear the bars around the door itself crack.
He'll be in here soon
It'll
enough.
get through your barricade before reaching your trap. However, if it doesn't get killed by this, it's getting in. What do you guys wish to do? It's your turn.
Someone already checked the room for stuff, huh?
Well, DM Lacara went to pray to find a way out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to look the old-fashioned way this time.
She tried to pray her way out, but she prayed all wrong.
I'm gonna throw another knife.
You're Shakandra
Yes.
throw another knife?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait,
I
was
thought
that
I see the
a success,
back wall.
Lacara?
I succeeded on my scout.
Oh
Alright.
shit.
You notice in the back right corner, behind some boxes,
Mhm.
there's a crawl space.
This way, this
Perhaps
way,
a
this way.
out. However, it's going to take you the rest of your turn to move the boxes out the way.
That's fine. I'm going to move them out of the way, but just enough for us to squeeze through in the hopes that that's going to take this thing a little bit longer.
Ah, true. If he can see and poke people through the grate, can I shoot through the grate?
It's clear the spaces.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was saying, as Helen clears away the space behind it, she gets a better idea, more and more of an idea of exactly how much space she has. What else do you want to do? Good Star
I think
Wars
Okami
fan.
was saying he wanted to shoot through the hole in the
Yeah,
door.
can I shoot through the hole in the door? If he can.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Give me a talent. Give it a shot.
a 10. That's below 16.
Let it rip with damage, buddy.
Let's Beyblade. A 5.
You sink one of your crossbow bolts into this thing's shoulder. It reaps in pain before letting out another howl.
Oh, 100%.
This time, it seems to have stirred more than you realize, as you can make out the faint sound of metal grates being lifted.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards Tib Lacara after I take my shot.
So next turn you're going to be moving?
Yep.
Okay. And Lucian, what are you doing this turn? Are you throwing
I'm
another
still-
knife, or?
I'm still throwing my knife, and then as soon as I'm able to, I'm yeeting myself through that crawl space.
So next turn you guys will be using movement to yeet through the crawl space, but go ahead and give me a talent check to throw another knife.
Aye aye! 15, that's below.
D4.
Oh, only one.
You nick this thing's side with your knife. And we come to its breakthrough turn. D6 roll. Beat a 1. You literally have the best chance to beat me on initiative.
Don't be saying
I'm
that.
not
Okami.
rolling this.
Okami, you got this.
I also got a 1.
You had one job.
I know.
You hear the sound of water splashing heavily as this creature beats at the door once again. DM Lacara, let me ask you a question. How is this guillotine set up?
It's set up so that like it trips like when something comes through the door and it slices down.
So like upon the clearing, you kind of managed to like place it upon the barricade kind of precariously, you would say?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Roll me a luck check. Equal to or under your luck score.
Oh god.
For my traps, do they roll the trigger roll or do I?
I roll the trigger roll.
I
Okay,
actually did it. I got a 7.
Holy crap. Roll
Oh.
me 2d8 damage.
Seven.
I need
This is a small number.
I need to be equal to or under an 18 for this. You slice off the flesh on this thing's arm as it breaks through the door. As it gets to the door, it winces in pain and staggers back. As all of you hear and witness a swarm of something else.
Through the hole.
There's a whole bunch of something.
I'm sorry, Mr. Navigator. I had the unfortunate courtesy of hearing you correctly. Can you please rephrase that?
Oh, you want to know what you found?
No, I said rephrase it.
Are they attacking him because he's bleeding?
They swarm at the doorway and make initial swings at him, causing him to turn and begin to battle them.
Into the hole, into the hole, into the hole.
But you guys wanted to run, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
think you heard correct.
Yeah.
As this distraction occurs, the three of you disappear into a tiny crawl space. Crawling for a while and finding your...
I think we lost him.
Oh, can you hear me still?
Now we can.
Yeah.
Oh, you lost me temporarily. What's the last thing you guys heard?
We're crawling through the crawl space.
Yeah.
You find yourself cut out.
You find yourselves in a different section. I bring you guys to the big old map.
Oh.
You find yourselves in a new room. Your torches, unfortunately, having gone out as you crawled through what felt like miles and miles of sewer. But you find yourselves in a new section of the area. Anything you guys want to do now that you're here?
Breathe for a couple of seconds.
Breathing is totally acceptable.
Reaction. Poop.
Reaction to yourself. I don't know if that's a strong enough reaction for this one, but I'll allow it. However, you guys crawl out and find yourselves. I'm pulling up your map now because if for some odd reason it did not like the original size, and I hate that.
What do we see around us?
Yeah, I want to check to make sure there's
By
no
water.
more goo people.
Nothing. As you guys have no light. You can make out faint shapes right now. However, they're not the best. Things darting in the dark. Messing with your vision just a little bit. You would need a torch to really get a good idea.
I'll light my torch again, I suppose. Whoop,
I'm
there
gonna
we
light a
go.
torch. As you light your torch, the world becomes visible. And you guys find yourselves... I can now bring up the map for you.
Jump gate. Vroom.
Boop. In a large room.
Ooh. Oh.
Ignore
a
all the
party
added
room?
things it's placed on this map. I
Okay, thank
attempted
God.
to use Gemini to generate my first map. But we're going to play a fun game of This Is Where, starring you.
Oh, okay.
A fun
You guys
game
have
of
found
what?
yourself in a central gate. You guys should see a giant ass map. I believe so. Yes.
Aye, that we do.
Okay. You guys find yourselves here in a central waterway room. Having crawled through miles and miles and miles of goop, gunk, and grossities.
I don't know. This map looks pretty clean. Except
Yeah,
for that one poop stain
Oh.
over there.
Does
Don't
this
worry.
does this water look like fresh water?
It does, Helen.
Super gonna stop and try to wash some gunk off.
That is suspicious as hell if it's clean ass water.
I said cleaner.
True, 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 true.
Roll me an occult check as you go to wash your clothes.
That's not foreboding.
I don't know about you guys. I have to do that every time I do laundry. Nope, 92. This water's fine.
You proceed to wash your clothes in the water. What would you say you would wash first? Because I would imagine you'd wash one thing at a time.
Yeah,
So
I would probably.
What would be the article you wash first?
To be honest, probably my hands first.
As you pull your hands back out, having kind of rinsed them and scrubbed them in the water falls off in an ichor-like state back into itself. Not falling like a pool or a puddle, but directly back in place.
Maybe don't touch the water.
Don't put your hands
God,
in
I
your
hope
mouth.
I didn't have any cuts.
Don't put your hands in your mouth.
Arquis, Lucian, anything you guys wish to do?
Not go
Not
in the
touch
water.
I'm glad we
Not
both have the
going
same
in.
idea.
The two
Water seemed bad.
of
Very,
you with
very bad.
hesitation avoid the water. I think
Yeah.
you definitely get the feeling that water is not your best friend. At least not in this room. As you guys look around this brightly lit central gate room, you notice various large steam-powered gates underneath. You've probably found yourself to one of the central waterways underneath the city.
Just keep pushing on, shall we?
Yeah, I suppose.
I suppose.
As you guys continue to move through this underground, it's well kept. The stones in an area need to compensate for when large rushes of water would fill the room. Helen, you could note exactly where the water line, looking at the age erosion on some of the stones. As you traverse, I don't know what these things that tried to add to my map are, so I'm gonna have to go in and eventually, but you try to add like NPCs and I'm like, don't.
They are figments
You
of our
guys find
maddened
yourself
mind's imagination.
you guys find yourself at yet another impasse. A path leading upwards towards what looks like potentially exits, and another path leading further into the sewers themselves.
Now notice how he said potential.
I think I touched the ooze water in real life. That so I just realized I'm having a nosebleed.
Oh.
Don't die, Okami.
TTRPG is so good that you start.
Damn, you're bleeding. He's cutting out. What's happening here?
It's just you and me, Lucian. We have to get out of here.
I'm already
Listen,
infected.
ever since you
apparently.
touched the water, shit's been happening. I don't know what you did, but stay the hell away from me.
Roll me a fortitude check, Arcbus.
See what you do.
No, that's not a 20. That's a 12. Let me not play with my dice cup anymore. A 10. That's okay for me. I'm 13.
It takes you a second, but you finally feel it. Something latched onto your back. As you pull up your shirt, Helen and Lucian both make me a mind save to see if this freaks you out or not.
I can tell you this absolutely freaks me out.
I'm unfazed. I rolled a 3. I am unfazed.
Okay.
10. I've seen this before.
He pulls up his shirt, and you see 6 leeches latched on, suckling his skin.
Oh.
Bloated and pus-filled. These are not normal leeches. However, your natural resilience has given you the ability to resist the poison they were attempting to pull into your skin.
Damn,
Would you
bro,
like-
they were trying to give you the sicky icky.
Can
You guys
I?
want to try and
I was
you
gonna
might
say.
need some help getting those off your back, but
I was gonna say, what's the protocol on your back? It's not stop, drop, and roll.
You're going to want to get those off.
You're gonna want to get that checked out.
Hmm. Are they in a spot I can reach? Because I don't want them to touch it. I'm just apparently better with poisons than they are.
you will need some help.
Oh.
Do they look like undead leeches?
Do you want to take a closer look at them? I'd let you get closer, take a closer look at them if you'd like.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you get closer, you don't get the faint tingling of this being undeath.
This is the worst sucking off I've ever received.
I could.
However, you once again hear the sound of metal clanging as steam starts to arise from this central vent.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Helen, you could though realize in looking at his back, you could potentially with the torch just burn these things off.
I could do that. I could also freeze them off.
Ooh, you could.
Arquebus, I could try to get these off. It might be a little uncomfortable, but it'll probably hurt less than if I tried to burn them.
Sure.
Okay.
You freeze them. He's just gonna jump backwards and fall down, and shatter them.
it's gonna be like taking a word off.
He's gonna suplex himself.
I'm gonna try to cast Ice Shard on one of the leeches, like at a time.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of. Would you like to try and fire the ice shards at them, or would you like to try and just freeze them by placing the ice shard on them?
Oh, I was going to do it by like. Could I like get real close to one of them and just like shoot it from my fingertip, like right at it?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Cool.
Is this execution style? Because I love it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm getting like as close to.
You fire off 6 needle-like ice shards at pinpoint accuracy, being close enough. Roll me a fortitude check. Not for poison. Don't worry.
Are you talking to Arquebus?
No, I'm talking to you, Helen. This one's
Oh.
you.
Yay! Fortitude. All right, let's see.
Even in this game, it shouldn't be
Hit
your
it
dump
on the
stat.
nose.
Oh,
16.
okay.
Oh, yours is
You-
better than mine? Damn.
You almost get some on you, but
Ooh.
are managed to avoid getting any of this splash on you as you remove these things from Arquebus's back. However, the second vent behind you begins to rise with steam as you hear the sound of the gate churning. You guys find yourselves still in this room.
Might as well.
So do we trust the deeply dead Ed looking area, or the health bar having abomination area?
Are having abomination.
That thing has a health bar.
That is almost as good as. Look at this Alabama water person looking dude.
That is up there. But what would you guys like to do?
Want to take the staircase up, or do we want to go down further? No, ping. There you go.
Does there seem to be a path down here?
Oh, that's
Down
also a
where,
good question.
exactly?
Does it just
Like
stop
it
down
leads-
there?
Show me again. I couldn't see the thing.
Boing.
Down path.
Yes. Further into the sewer, potentially.
Do we want to try our luck on the surface?
You guys emerge from here. Anywhere that looks like a doorway on this map is a doorway that you can see.
Oh. I think this is the most outspoken door? The one that seems like it leads to the most important place. However, if the city's already collapsed, important is a relative term. I don't know if we want to go back the way we came, so probably not the down. I'm thinking we go up. Right, these are crazy abominations it made. They're like 6 different images all slapped together, and then they like tried to put a base on them. Like they knew you wanted a D&D mini, and they were like, here's a base, but I don't actually know what a base is. I love that. Good try.
Mm.
Which way would you go?
I think up is
You
the
wiggle
better
wobbled on
option.
me something crazy? Not gonna lie.
I think up this way. No?
Yeah, why not? One way is as good as another. We probably shouldn't dawdle.
Which way do we want to go? Up towards the big doors?
Yeah. Up them stairs. Do we want to see if this... Well, no, we probably have to leap over this, and we don't have very good luck with that. Never mind. Do we want to try leaping over this to see what's on the other side?
Isn't there a perfectly good path going up?
Yeah. Up
Let's
sounds
do
good.
that. I'm not a fan of going near the water.
Fair.
Probably smart.
I'm literally letting you guys tell me which way you want to go to.
Up the stairs.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't know if we know where we want to go because I see a door down
Sure.
here and I'm slightly worried about it.
Yeah.
There's an unknown exit over there. There's a vaguely lit exit over here. I don't like this.
Exits everywhere. Which way would you like to go next? You guys find yourselves... Ooh. You hear the sound of the steam whistle, as if a teapot went off. The metallic gate churns like a water wheel as you watch the water flow in this room quadruple. The room is starting to fill before flushing.
Go, 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 go.
The biggest door?
You have 4 turns. You guys want to make a bad rush for that?
I think that makes the most logical sense.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. You guys continue ever forward.
Blink. Oh, is this a switch?
Ellen.
As we pass by? Oh, I have to let go of the mouse to make it ping. Gotcha. I figured it out.
Do you?
Oh, sometimes. Interesting.
Oh, for me, you just hold it down and it just goes eventually.
Yeah, either works.
Oh, what you can do is you
no,
can let go and it'll do it early.
It's just a broken piece of rock. No switches.
Okay.
And to the door we go before we drown. Oh, sorry, you were saying something about hell now. Rewind.
Oh no, Helen and Lucian, you guys, as you come across this way, before making it to the large doors, you swear you see a figure similar to Matilda.
Okay, that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
disappear off in this direction.
Which direction?
Over here, right in front of us.
Okay. Let's
Do we give
go that
chase?
way.
I guess we can.
Listen,
It's
as long
up
as
to
it's
you.
out of this room.
So you want to give chase to the shape of Matilda, or do you want to continue upwards towards the stairs that seem to lead to a larger room?
Oh no, larger room seems scary, and I trust a sister of my. I trust a sister, so you know what? I'll go that way.
Agreed.
You guys continue into a new place. Got your little token here, and now.
Is Matilda our wife?
No, she's mine.
My
Also,
wife?
probably my. Also, probably my sister cousin.
True, 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 true.
You guys see this in. I don't think. Not this time, but I will not. Give me the map. And the tokens.
We lost
Go.
you for a sec,
There we go.
and then you came back to making noises, and I was like, ah, the sounds of Roll20 not working, very, very similar to the sounds of D&D Beyond not working.
You find yourselves in a larger, more labyrinthian room.
Ooh.
Do we see Maddie?
Shape saw. You see her here.
Is he cutting out for you guys too?
Oh, he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I never thought the sewers would be this
Am I better
wet.
now?
Yes.
A little bit
I think you pinged here,
Quick.
though, is my
before it
guess.
happens again.
I did.
Okay, okay.
You absolutely see Maddie here in the room. However, Maddie is not alone in the center of this room.
Oh.
She calls out to you. Specifically you, Lucian.
Damn, her eyesight good as shit.
Come. Come. I found my friends.
That's what I was afraid of.
Wait, the other members of the lane?
Standing next to her are two other.
He's cutting out again.
That looks like
Oh,
the guy that
am I better
captured us.
It kind of do.
I'll show you what these guys look like.
That's
Mhm.
a Draugr from Skyrim.
You recognize them as an inquisitor and a chaplain.
Oh,
When we get in range, I'll flash them my gang sign.
Doing the gang side. None of them react to your gang side.
Damn it!
Quick, Helen, hit him
You
with
guys
your
are
gang
just in
sign.
time.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, you Listen, if Helen, just Chaplain, walks up to them, maybe she's part of the crew, you know?
You guys made it. I didn't think I would find my friends down here. Do you guys want to move further into the room or stay where you are?
Now, I know being Madness Touch is kind of our bread and butter, but does she sound normal?
Very good question.
What is normal, exactly?
Sounding a bit mad?
She sounds
Kind of just sounds desperate.
calm.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, she sounds oddly calm. Come quickly, they know a way out. And you see Helen point
Do you?
towards a pair of doors. Yes, my friends, they're here to help us find it.
After you!
You see her not move after you say that. The sound of the door behind you locks close.
Was
As
one
the
of your
sound
friends...
of water slams against the door behind you.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to kill these guys.
Was one of your friends also a condemned? Ventilated legs, porcine in behavior.
Slightly furry?
Oh. You hear the Inquisitor pipe up for the first time. So I guess I didn't do a good enough job breaking his leg. Crawl down here. No matter. The Master's just like it chose you, Matilda. And you watch the chaplain grab Matilda's head and throw her into the water behind him as she disappears.
I beg your pardon?
I'm gonna move you guys a little further into the room to about here, just to the bridge space, so you guys can truly see.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to kill them.
You guys came at the right time. We were preparing to leave and bring our new faith with us. There's still time to join. Each of you roll me either an occult, prayer, or scout check. You choose.
What are those options?
Just tell me which one.
Cult.
Scout, occult, prayer.
Well, scout it is, even though I've sucked
Do
butt
an occult
tonight.
check.
I'm going to prayer.
I succeeded.
I failed.
I succeed. Barely. 46.
Lucian,
Don't say my name
you
like that.
can sense chaotic energy in a way you
I don't like how he's
never
cutting
thought.
out.
It makes it scarier, to be honest.
I know! It's the chaos magic.
Can you hear me better? You guys watch where
How
Matilda...
the hell did he do that so deep? Can you hear me now into his normal ass talk? That was scary.
I
What is
think that
happening
was
right now?
audio overlaying. He was talking like twice at once.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, listen. I don't know what ritual you're making Matilda go through, but you don't have to like do it on yourself.
He already gave it to me. I have the
I
nosebleed.
think I do. I kind of want to appreciate
You don't have to be a method actor.
You, Lucian, you watch as the blood from Matilda's body flows upwards through the waterfall behind you, filling this giant fur. Helen, there is no divine connection between either that chaplain or inquisitor. All you see is yellow.
What does yellow mean?
As the two of you witness this,
Phlegm.
from you watch shakes from the back of this
Oh, this is bad.
appears something that should not exist.
The hell?
Oh, not this thing again.
This one seems bigger.
Oh no, this is quite different from the last thing you saw. As it absorbs the blood, filling this giant pool, it contorts. You hear the voice of Matilda ring in your head, Lucian. Scream, "Save me. I'm sorry."
Is it weird him cutting
Roll
out is actually
initiative,
adding to
guys.
the immersion?
It really is.
It really
Does
is
it
adding to the
really?
immersion. Listen, you don't understand. You managed to cut out at like the perfect point. You literally were like, you hear a voice ring out in your head to save me, and then you cut out, and all I heard 5 seconds later was roll initiative.
That's perfect then. You heard
It
exactly
is.
what
That's
you
why I'm
need
not
to.
even mad. I am spooked.
This creature contorts and
What
changes
the fuck
form.
is that?
And
Oh,
sitting upon,
does
you
it have so
gaze
many
upon
holes?
something that should.
I'm assuming he said should not exist. Quick, chat. What did he say?
yeah.
Chat can determine the course of this story. What did he say?
That's free action poop. All right, let's see if I fuck this up again.
I believe in you, Chief.
Yes, the gelatins have given us a 4.
Yay! Finally.
Are you rolling your physical dice?
Yes, I am.
He's certainly trying. He is certainly trying.
In the heck?
What
Why'd
just happened?
Why'd my roll 20 restart?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought
weird.
that was my whole computer for a second. I dropped my
No,
dice
that
cup
was-
and everything.
Bro,
I
God
got
just said
so
no to
scared.
our DM.
Well,
It might
he
have.
dropped out. Yeah.
Before bringing you back in drastic fashion, right back into the music.
Dramatic effect, I guess?
I think so. So 4 goes first.
Yay.
Arcbus, Lucian, Helen, what do you guys want to do as these two gentlemen stand on a bridge as this abomination prepares to crawl out of this vat?
Yeah, so, the Starlight Beam, whichever one's on the left.
Freeze them. Freeze everything.
Can we get out?
The Starlight Beam.
I wish to Starlight Beam. I
can we
engage
see
Meme Beamery.
Can we see if the doors are open?
Guys, I will hold the line. You get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking towards like the pathways to the left and right. Like, is there another way out?
Give me a scout.
Nope. 67.
Your eyes dart, but the madness fills you. You can't find anything else but the doorway that Matilda originally pointed toward. I believe there was a blast of energy coming out.
Yes, there will be a beam of light coming from Lucian
All right.
towards this man.
Solutions, beam of light. And Arcbus, what do you want to do? Helen, you still have your turn. I'll let you use that as a free action. Nope.
I'm gonna have to move up. Actually, I don't even think. Yeah, broadcast that to others. Sure, whatever, dude. Yeah, no, yep, nope. I'm too far away to shoot anybody with this crossbow.
Is anything here undead?
Oh.
You get the feeling that
You get no feeling. None. I don't
We'll
like
never
that.
know what I feel.
But I've added you guys to the map. So,
Oh, yeah. Definitely gonna go that way.
Oh, I can see through all illusions and magical disguises.
Boink.
it's just not real.
We are catching every like 10th word you say.
Okay. Lucian, you're shooting this guy, right?
Hi.
I'm gonna stare that man down
That's hot.
with my hunter's eyes, so he can't run. And any attacks you make against him have advantage. They also can't escape, but I don't think that's the truth. If I roll a 6, all of my teammates have the same ability? Is that how it works? I got a 2, so it fails anyway. And I take a stress. Boo!
Yeah, that reminds me. With my Starlight Beam, I have to take 1 plus 1d4 stress.
Movement's first, and then your... No, movement's actually at the end, huh?
Or stress.
That's a lot of stress.
Yeah, but you know what? It's to save the team. And then I think I have to roll a d6, correct, Mr. Navigator?
Whoa.
I don't like his silence.
I missed all the keys on the keyboard, so it looked like I was like Aya Cthulhu, Aya Dagoning you for a second. And then I was like, oh, am I having a stroke? No, the chaos has gotten to me.
Alright, 1d6. Oh god, my things are in the way. Hiya! That's a 6.
Yeah.
Wait. I forgot. 6 good, 6 bad.
So you're starlight beaming.
Okay.
Arcbus, you've moved, and Helen, what did you want to do? Oh, did I see anything given that I can see through an illusion? You can tell that all of these things are very real. Helen.
That's better.
By the way, for added effect, look. I'm going to Starlight Beam. Zoom.
You want to shoot this guy?
Hell yeah, bro.
Hit me with the damage.
All right. What does a 6 do?
It doubles.
Oh. 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I roll 1d6 and double it?
Roll 1d6 and double it in this case.
Aye, aye, Capitan. 8 damage.
You slam into this thing and chip away at his armor, revealing moving flesh.
Well, technically, he was already flesh that moved.
Not in a sinew-like worm state. Imagine like worms. Have you ever seen worms in the ground when they wake them up from like when they electrocute the earth?
Oh,
Like
man.
Flowing over itself.
What is the English name of the show? Blade of the Immortal. When he gets cut, you can see like the centipedes rebuild his skin.
Exactly. Very similar effect, except this time you're watching what looks like small hands rebuild and crawl over themselves.
Oh god.
Upon
Undead, yes.
casting Starlight Beam, a ray of energy flies out into the room.
Oh.
Ooh. It barely misses you, Arquebus.
I'd rather you didn't.
I am
Anyone?
going.
Go ahead, Ellen.
I am going to get very offended and start shouting at them extremely technical arguments about why they're wrong for, turning their backs on religion and invoke the exorcist's right.
Oh. Oh, okay.
And that would be a 5.
Oh, okay. So that's a successful exorcist right. Holy hell. Well then, Madam Chaplain, roll me 4d12.
That'd be 19 damage.
You sear the fear that they've turned their backs on their Tenzins into their mind. They reel and rear themselves, pulling back as if you've ripped into their flesh. And you watch the creature above outstretch a hand. And they both go limp. On their turn, you watch as the once living Inquisitor runs towards the side, and you watch as the chaplain pulls out a tome. Who's closer, would you say, in range? Or who was the last person that aimed at the chaplain? I know, Lucian, you aimed at the Inquisitor. No one's aimed at this chaplain yet, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, good answer. You watch as lightning strikes down from the sky. Lucian, take
No.
3 damage
Why?
as he crackles lightning straight into your chest.
Oh, damn. Okay.
To be fair, you seem like much more of a threat than I. I just glared at a man.
You
and
said
did nothing.
3 damage, correct?
Yes.
Well, I'm so sorry, but I have access to magic. I will use it.
And at the end of the turn, the creature slides down the waterfall, almost floating down towards you. Roll initiative. Beat a 2.
Not me this
Are we
time.
still making a mad dash for the door, or are we attempting to escape? Or are we attempting to fight, I wonder?
I'll roll our initiative. All right, what are we feeling, guys? I'm still willing to kill these assholes. They just did something to a member of my faith.
I mean, we can fight them on the way out, but I don't think we're gonna win against Hole Boy over there.
Yeah.
Actually,
Arcbus, you've never in all of your lifetime heard, encountered, or read in even the ancient texts of anything like this. However, Helen, this shape reminds you of your dream.
Oh. Like one of the beings?
Yes. You could try and roll a mind check to see if you can recall exactly where it was, but other than that, I'll let you guys tell me what you want to do for your turn.
Definitely going up towards the door, but I mean, I'll shoot the Inquisitor if I pass by him. Or while I pass by him.
On the way.
I'll do a drive-by starlight beam.
Question.
Maybe I can't.
Moving in magic is not a thing anymore, unfortunately. Remember, we retconned it.
Oh God.
I rolled a 6 on mine.
You saw this thing conjure the flames on the right-hand side of the mural. It fell from the sky in your mural.
Oh no. Can I touch the little chip of the mural that I have in my pocket?
Take 2d6 damage as it burns the skin on your hand.
Ow.
It's a flame.
7 damage.
But you guys have your turn. So I
heard.
heard a. Did you want to stand and cast, or did you want to run run? You can conjure a lore. You can use your lore to conjure a knife if you wanted.
And I can still move while doing that?
Yeah.
I'll do
Your
that.
lore is a separate action.
I'll do that then.
Roll me a d6, see if you conjure the knife.
D6 conjuring up. That is a 2.
You fail to conjure a knife.
Damn it.
But you managed to move, so move to where you want to move to. Each of you guys can move still.
Oh,
Can I
ignore that
move
D4.
and shoot?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot
We
the
have 30
Inquisitor.
feet of movement, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I moved my 30.
Helen, what about you?
I am going to keep up with the group.
Right. So Helen also moving her 30 feet. Arcbus, you wanted to take a shot. Who are you firing at?
This guy.
This guy?
Yeah. I got a
Fire away.
5 out of 16, so that's a hit, and I'm gonna roll d10. But, I don't know how he would tell you guys this without a 2. It's something, I guess.
He takes no damage as it deflects off his armor.
Oh, great. You guys having your magic must be nice.
Mr. Okami.
Mm-hmm.
The name you are looking for in your chat is Bonerfart.
Thank you. Once I was like, I don't know what this guy's name. That means we get to name him Bonafide.
As you guys fire and run, the Inquisitor moves up even closer, standing in the middle of the way. the chaplain doing the same, and the creature floating into the center of the room. These things are going to now trigger some attacks. I hate to say it. These things, oh, Awaz, you're lost. Right now, they're trapped in a room, ready to die. No, I'm just kidding. They're not going to die.
Oh, we're so gonna die.
Okay, so
Speak
Mr.
for yourself,
Bonafart over here, does he have a very specific hole that statue now fits inside?
No.
Damn it!
I'm sorry?
Junji Ito.
Now you sound like it was.
Why are you inquiring about this man's holes?
That was a Junji Ito joke. This is my
I don't believe you.
hole.
So here's what's going to happen. This Inquisitor stands still, staring at the two of you, and screams out towards you, Helen. I'll never lose your scent. For whatever reason, you feel as though his gaze is forever fixated on you. You've been marked by him.
Damn, is there like a religious HR we can talk to?
No. Simultaneously, I'm going to roll a mind check. Ooh. You watch as lightning flitters and sputters out, as if attempting to create a point, but failing.
Eh.
As that magic flitters and fails, you witness a final moment. Each of you roll me a mind save.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, good. My worst stat.
Apologies, my daughter is currently standing on top of me.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, a 3. I did okay.
I failed.
What is
Nearly
my-
critically.
I'm very scared of what my mind is. Okay, I got this. I don't got this.
Ironic that the spellcasters get hit by this.
You know, we're nothing if not ironic.
We
like to keep you on your toes.
It's like
Each of you
rain.
take 14 damage.
I'm
As it rings, as this creature in the center reaches in and seemingly pulls a piece of your memory out.
remind me what happens when you hit 0 HP again?
You
only take stress.
Well, I have 0 HP now, so yay.
Oh my god.
Prepare for stress.
Oh, I'm prepared.
Don't you get a buff when you have the stress, though?
Yeah, but I also have to make sure to roll a 6 on my madness die, so I have to be touched by the Eldritch Knowledge.
We're gonna roll initiative. You guys are still making your way towards the door.
Yeah. Yeah,
Helen,
see?
you got this right.
I believe in you, Helen. Something or other.
Oh god.
You get a 3, Helen.
Nope.
I believe in
I'm
you
nothing
a
if
little
not
less.
consistent.
Okay. This Inquisitor makes a dash for you, Arcbus, and swings on you.
Rude.
He slams into you for 5 damage. But what's your AR again?
My AR is 4. Ooh,
Take 1 HP damage.
can I use my reaction?
Yes, you may. Roll me a d6.
My reaction is flash powder.
You succeed.
4.
And he fails, quickly becoming blinded. He staggers backwards. Having attempted to hit you and failing, he can no longer see.
If this wasn't a very serious game, I would definitely pull down my eyelid and stick out my tongue.
The chaplain once again attempts to conjure magic, this time succeeding. Each of you make me a strength save as you watch an anchor of lightning slam down amidst the three of you.
Oh dear. I succeed.
I succeed!
Oh wait, no I don't.
I
Damn
succeed.
it.
Helen, Arcbus, you guys can move your full 30 feet.
God damn it.
Lucian, you are now reduced to 10 feet of movement
God
Oh, goody.
damn it.
as you are tethered and anchored by a lightning-like chain,
I gotta go.
slammed into the ground at the base of this Inquisitor's feet. Your turn, guys. Arcbus makes a move for the door. Helen, would you like to continue to move for the door as well?
It's movement before magic, right?
Yes.
Yes, I will keep moving towards the door.
I am technically one space off the map, but rather than be
That's fine.
invisible.
There is some play behind there, so you're good. So do you want to go the way that Arcbus is going, Helen?
Yes.
Lucian, you have 10 feet. Which way do you want to go?
I'm deeply offended by these two sharing my airspace, so I'm wiping them out of existence.
Oh?
Starlight Cascade.
Jesus. Roll me a mind check.
Now, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. 20, touches it, touches it, touches it, doesn't touch me. We're good! Right here is the center point.
All right. Hit him with that Starlight Cascade as you
Under a 15. God damn it!
the spell fizzles in your mind. You cannot cast Starlight Cascade for the rest of the day.
Oh, God.
Let's take one more stress.
Oh, I have to roll a d4. Okay.
We go to the start of the last turn of initiative, potentially. A 1! Favor smiles upon you guys.
By the way, how long am I tethered to
Wait.
this thing?
I didn't
you
cast
gotta move-
anything.
Oh, Helen. I'm sorry. I completely forgot.
That's okay. Is this monstrosity bigger than 10 by 10?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder what would happen if I tried that. I don't think I'm gonna try it.
I got a 4!
So you guys will go first next turn. But Helen,
Oh.
what would you like to do for your turn?
For last turn, can I reload as part of my action instead of shooting?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Sorry. Now we're caught.
Can I just keep spamming exorcists, right?
As long as you succeed, if you hit a 1, you can't do it. Go for it.
Alright. These guys have really offended me. So I'm gonna give this another shot.
Yeah, abilities go off until you hit that 1.
Ah, I got it too.
You attempt to, but you cannot hurt them any further. At the start of your turn, though, you guys have full movement. Lucian, make me a strength save to see if you can break free from this. And tell me what you guys want to do.
Oh my god, I'm free!
You break free, gaining full movement back at the beginning of this turn.
It's a bonus action because it's more forceful than just free action poop.
What do you guys want to do? The doorway, Arcbus, right within your grasp.
I'm gonna head towards it. Is it open?
Would you like to use your action to check?
Yes, I would.
You push it open, and the scent of the sea wafts into your face.
Interesting. Might be a way out.
Ellen, Lucian,
I wish to partake in getting the fuck out of here.
Yes.
would you guys like to run normally or dash a little bit?
Let's dash.
All right, the both of you dashing towards the door. This creature letting out what only you and Helen can feel, Lucian, as a psychic cry. It sounds like it sounds like a nursery if it was distorted in sound. The sound of children crying out in your mind. Screaming for help. Roll mind checks, both of you.
Oh, must be nice.
Critical success.
That is pretty nice, actually.
That is. In fact,
Yes.
Lucian, with your critical success, you can break through and hear what it was truly trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know if it's any better.
Stay with me.
Nah, you
I
lost
am
me.
your god.
No, it's okay.
The two creatures stop, staring at you in an attempt to make you return. The Inquisitor looks at you again, Helen, and screams, "Save me, please! Help me! You don't want to listen!" Both of them crying out for help to you. And specifically you, Helen. But it's your turn for one last time, guys. Do you make a break for the door with the two?
Oh, no, I
If
did
you
last
guys
time.
beat me, if you guys succeed in your maneuver, I'm imagining you guys are gonna run straight out this doorway.
I would say so.
Yep.
I got this, guys. Oh no.
It happens at the same exact time. One more psychic scream to the three of you this time. Each of you make a mind save.
Well, that's rude.
Success.
Success!
Success.
It attempts to reach out to you one more time in an attempt to make you stay. But you're far too determined to get the hell out of there. The three of you run out into the doorway. You don't remember much more. As you flee down hallway, water sloshing, various screams and cries, before you hear the sound of water building even further behind you. And a cry so potent, it rings and echoes as if right next to you and simultaneously far away. You breach the outside of the sewer, standing inside of a large, open, gated mouth, and open sluice to the city itself, finding yourselves overlooking the brick pier, and in the distance, the shape of your ship off the coast. Helen, you rummage your bag, each of you rummaging, looking for some way out. But does someone happen to have a way to a sanctuary?
That I do.
What?
You remove from your bag a scroll you've had, and as you rip it apart, light flutters around you. The water cascading behind you as your vision fades, and no one heard from your party ever again. Congratulations, guys. You have escaped the city of Arcanum, and your tale has ended in the world of Cardna.
Yay. Wait, what do you mean nobody heard from us again? Where did we go?
Mystery.
No one knows.
You went to what I deem sanctuary.
Uh-huh.
Hope you like heretics and hot witchy women.
I mean,
It could be worse.
yeah.
I like how it was like you said that again. Yeah. But you guys have escaped.
As we flutter off into nothingness, the rest of the seekers on our the rest of the voyagers on our boat here. So long, suckers!
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, I can tell you exactly what happens in the world around you as the lights dim for the three of you.
Yes.
For a moment, as the lights go out, Helen, you get a glimpse of the moon. This time in all yellow. Arcbus, you find yourself once again as your eyes shut as the light envelops you, feeling that something else is watching you and has marked you as its prey. As you hear the distant sound of wings on the sky line. And Lucian, as the light fades, you hear a voice say, "I'll find you, my child. I will become your god." You guys encountered a god of this world. One of the outer gods.
Oh.
One?
One. There is mythos and things, but you guys have survived. There was really only 3 ways this was going to end. You escape, managing to get out but never be heard from again. You got mauled to death by something in here because there was literally a whole bunch of shit in here that could have killed you.
Mhm.
Or you became heralds of an outer god. And if you want to know what you would have looked like had that happened.
You know, not gonna lie, I kind of would have done that.
Oddly enough, Lucian, I feel like you might have wanted to. But if you ever want
Oh,
to
man,
become a
if it
herald,
didn't try to kill me at first, I would have gone for it. But you know what? It was kind of a dick.
I'm going to show you what you guys would have ended up looking like.
Oh.
Damn
We
it!
become praise.
No, you know what? No deal. I would have been bald.
But this is Cardna, folks. This is the end of your campaign of your 3-part adventure. As unfortunately, you guys were sent on a suicide mission by the city. I can now tell you guys that you were sent to be hunted. The city did not expect you to survive. Now, what happens to Helen, Arcbus, and Lucian is up to you guys. They're not dead, but no one's
We've
heard
talked.
from them.
We pop back into existence, and I'm already smacking Lucian on the arm for having had that the whole damn time.
He did.
Oh, wait until you hear that I've had 2 on me this whole time.
Yeah.
I could have ended our suffering at any point, but I just wanted to see where it went.
Well,
We could have
to be
saved
fair,
her.
Saved 2. No, we were too far away.
We could have. You could have pulled that out at any point. We could have gotten her out when we were all still in the prison place.
Well, no, he didn't have it at that point. You only reacquired it once you got your stuff back.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm irresponsible, not completely irresponsible.
However, you popped this scroll of sanctuary, and to be fair, you only know 2 sanctuaries currently.
You are correct.
One is the boat, and one is the
Aye.
dock. You want to roll it? I mean, I'd let you figure out where you went, but it's even more fun to leave you in mystery as to where you wound up.
Yeah.
And I can't return home to the Coven.
No,
I feel like Arquebus would vibe there.
Arquebus would not be accepted, but Helen would.
Wow, 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 wow.
Sorry, Arquebus.
Sexist.
They're very
They really
generous
don't-
there. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you might have been kept as a husband, Arquebus.
That could
Death
be
by
worse.
snoo snoo. Just hear
Yeah.
me out.
Death by snoo snoo.
But this is Cardna, folks. I mean, obviously, in a normal adventure, there would be a lot less gloom doom for you guys, as it would be a much more wide open adventure. And I know that you guys are interested in actually playing a campaign of it, so
Yeah.
there will be much more to it. But I wanted to leave you guys off by saying there was some work done on the actual play guide for everyone. And Okami, if you don't mind popping it open before we call it a
I was
day.
gonna say, you definitely put in more pictures than were here before. I was opening it periodically.
There's a lot more information, structure, and everything for you guys. So I've completed the character cards for everyone. So anyone that was wanting to play this would finally be able to see what all of the characters look like, as I have updated each of them.
Me,
Uh,
and Helen.
I've given a little bit more
Lucian.
description to turn order and included an actual turn order chart in the combat section.
And the pork guy.
Oh.
In addition, I've given a little bit more information to you guys on your skills, which I sent you guys as a separate thing. I've given the skill descriptions, and there is more information on the Tenzins, who leads them where they're found, and you'll notice something that's called Right for the Inquisitors. It is literally something special to each of the Inquisitors. They essentially have a unique smite per Tenzin, depending on who they're aligned with.
Ooh.
So each one will get a different effect. It's written into their abilities.
I love how the Fellowship of Lost Souls is just question marks.
Mhm. The only thing you know is exactly where it is. The Undercity of Erd. And then I gave the 11th Tenzin, which is just the unsanctioned or any heretics, which are just NPCs. Player would never become one of these. But you've got your conditions. It's going to be followed up by your elements. And quite honestly, there's going to be a lot more put into this. I have a June 2nd deadline for submitting, so I'm still reaching for that.
That's right.
Yes.
But I have determined that around the Labor Day weekend, if people are available, I would like to establish a potential session 0 for a true campaign of Cardna.
Yes.
So anyone in the chat, Awaz, I know you've been intrigued. I'm going to eventually create essentially just a separate chat for everyone, so I can just feed you guys information, get stuff set up, and then once I have everyone gathered that wants to play, like I said, it's going to be up to 10 players. The structure and movement of things will be a little different, obviously, because you will be full adventuring the city, not so much on an adventure type deal, but on a true mission. So keep that in mind as you're moving and maneuvering. But the biggest thing is going to be, there will be a lot more fleshed out for you guys, and a lot more, how do I put it? The ancient right of not it. Touche. I love that.
Oh no.
No, that took me out in a good way. I need that. Oh, that is hilarious. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. But Cardna is very much a survival-based mission-driven game. Story and things of that nature, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of story beats, but I'm going to be also creating the Navigator's Guide, which will be my GM guide and play guide for things. That'll include what your exploration and discovery roles will be, playing further into all the different things. And quite honestly, where your prophecies will really take place. I'm curious if you guys ever wanted to share what your actual dreams were with one another. I found it interesting that you guys kept so much information close to the each of you kept information like close to your hearts, and I was like, ooh, they don't trust one another at all. Good. I actually kind of greatly appreciate the fact that you guys were like, I'm not going to be free with information to these people I don't know.
Yeah. We're trying to subvert your expectations.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. My expectations were thoroughly not met. No, I'm just kidding. You guys did a great job. I am actually over the moon with the way that you guys actually played through this. It also gave me a lot of insight on how to push things forward. I hope you guys didn't feel like I was like shoving you guys forward as you were in the sewers. I wanted you guys to just realize that this was
no.
life or death.
Listen, you gave us the sewer level in a place that was already a sewer.
Yes, we will be returning to the regular DM shenanigans next week. Which means, Okami, you know what you get to drop.
Hell yeah. If you haven't been around for DM Roundtable, when we're not doing actual plays, this was the first of most likely many on the channel. Normally what happens is the end of the week, end of the episode, we put out a poll in both the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat that runs for 24 hours, and that will determine the topic for next week's episode. But first, before we do the poll for next week's episode specifically, the DMs here, are you guys free next week? Because it is a holiday, which Shin brought up, and I don't know what day it is anymore.
Possibly, I'm not entirely sure.
I am actually not.
Do we want to take a week break?
Postpone for June?
I'm okay
First
with
week
that.
of June.
Okay, so next week
break?
we'll take a break, but then afterwards we'll be back. So I am going to put out the poll, but it'll be for 2 weeks from now. Give me 1 sec to throw that poll up there.
I do want to say while you're throwing up the poll.
There we go.
I came late every time. I did like these and could go for more of these. Oh, awesome, Fist. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad. Listen,
Fist,
we are
eventually going to get you to play TTRPG. Like it's gonna happen.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But I wanted to thank DM Speedy, DM Lacara, DM Okami. Okami, obviously, for letting me do this and run this, but you guys for being such great players.
Oh.
Thank you for being such a great DM. Or navigator.
Eventually, in the next couple of months, I will say months because I have to find and wait for one of my friends to finish it. But I am getting you guys your own tarot card versions of your players.
Word.
Ooh.
In your Voyager class, essentially. So Helen will be a tarot for her chaplain, Lucian being a tarot for his zealot, and Arcbus being a redesigned for copyright purposes.
Fair.
Fair.
Arcbus being a redesigned version of himself for the tracker.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I did reach out to one of my friends who loves to draw tarot style things for artwork, and I was like, "Hey, I have 3 players who played my game for the first time. I want to give them something." And she was like, "I got you." So when she's done with her commission, I will be providing you each a physical version of that through the connected ways I connect things. So be on the
Or
lookout.
too kind.
Mhm.
No,
You
listen, I
are.
have to give my first time players something cool. But I'm excited for next week when well, not next week, but the week after. I think I'm gonna vote on some subclasses is winning.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
if you're new to how this works, it does run for 24 hours, but because we're just in the streams and I can only keep the polls open while I'm in the streams, they're a shorter length. But if you know what the topics are, because I will post them in the YouTube video, so if you're watching the VOD later, the topics will be in the chat. You can hit us up on Discord, hit us up on Twitter, whatever you want to send a message for. As long as it's within the 24 hours, I'll still put those votes in there. It used to be one vote for the community as a whole, but that's no fun. Everyone who's here gets their vote put in now. So
And
All
hopefully, DSPD, you can join us again in the future.
I
You've been
shall.
consistent.
I have been scared.
Yay!
I thought I would not be enough.
No, you're more than you shut your mouth. Done a great job.
Aye, sir. Mouth shut.
we don't discriminate here.
Yeah.
Wait,
We're all
I-
goofballs.
Okay, so speaking of that very specifically, at DM Bacon's engagement party over the weekend, his fiance's sister was like, "Okay, hear me out. My boyfriend is super into nerd stuff, and I think he wants to play with you." She was also really drunk at this point, like really, really drunk. So it was very like 1 inch away from our faces, leaned in, trying to tell us that she was like, "Okay, he's really into nerd. I think he would love playing D&D." So can you guys just like tell how often do you accept new people into the group? And DM Bacon,
Always.
like, he leaned back in his chair and he was like, "I think that the point of TTRPGs is to accept as many people as possible. And like, if they're bad for your group, you can kick them out. But like, I think the whole point is just to include everyone." And he's right.
Yeah, TTRPGs are literally tabletop inclusivity.
Yeah.
Like there is no barrier of entry outside of you just being a not nice person.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only barrier of entry. You just got to be willing to work with people. Ooh, DM Lacara dropped the new design. Speedy, you may appreciate the ancient right of not it.
I definitely will. The ancient right of not it. Yeah.
Congratulations, you've officially gotten a piece of something up here.
Oh, now it opens in a different. No, come here. Come here. Come here. There we go.
I do appreciate the fact that I was just like, each of you guys is gonna roll, and each of you were just like, but we don't want to roll. I was like, you gotta roll. It's the only way you're getting out of here alive.
Can we not? Yeah.
I was like, you could. One thing I will answer because nobody asked, but I think you're intrigued. You might be intrigued by it. Is Helen the guy that you helped out was a condemned?
Mhm.
But because you failed to heal him, he took some stress damage.
Hmm.
Just enough stress damage to trigger the condemned special ability.
Yeah, that's what I figured happened there.
That guy was unfortunately a werebore.
Hmm.
However, like I said then, it wasn't natural.
No, the guy turning into a boar wasn't natural. I don't believe
No,
you.
but like he didn't get bit by a werebore out in the wild, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, better to put it, he wasn't born he wasn't born a werebore in nature.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Oh, are people born into it in this world? Is that how it works?
Yeah, bro.
Lycanthropy is something that I've been writing out, but trackers and hunters will know that lycanthropy is a curse on bloodlines that seemed to have formed after the stars fell.
Mhm.
However,
Ugh.
there could be. There's a whole. I actually started writing the lore of the world before the fall that people can discover, which is like in the dreams and stuff like that. And
Ooh.
the more I write, the more impressed I become by like how many different dots you can connect accidentally. Like, you know, when you've always had those, you know, as like DMs when you start scribbling stuff down, like, I'm going to use that for something. I've been now going back to all those old notes that I scribbled down for random things and putting them in something now. So I'm like, perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Alas, fellas, I do need to head out. This was fun tonight,
Hell
This
yes.
was fun.
and I will see you all around.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. And
Hell
we'll see
yeah.
everybody in 2 weeks. And folks, if you've enjoyed everything that you liked tonight, DM Lacara, one time for the one time, tell them how they can help everybody out.
Hit the buttons, people. If you have money, hit the buttons. I give Okami money. We got a Patreon and a YouTube thing and other
Ooh.
things that I don't know what they are. Wait, am I forgetting something?
No. Tonight it didn't keep the pin there for some reason, but apparently there's a deal going on Twitch specifically until the 26th, where if you
Oh yeah,
gift
BOGO.
2 subs or you sub and then gift 1, you get a month's free Crunchyroll Unlimited subscription.
Catch up
Very
on
nice.
your LA.
I didn't know you could do that, but to continue, sorry.
Everything's connected now. So
Yeah.
creepy. Yes, and if you do not have money, but wish you did, like most of us, then hit the buttons to like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Help spread us like the happy disease we are, and tell your friends about us. Oh, and hit up the red bubble.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're slapping you in the large hadron collider with an outer god, and we're gonna see what happens when your molecules mash at light speed.
Ooh, fun.
And you thought the demiplane of sludge was bad.
Ooh,
Oh.
true.
I will drop you in the seas of Cardna, happily.
This is a good
Ironically, you
turnout for
guys.
poll.
Oh yeah. Ironically, you guys actually missed out on a tome that was down there. I was hoping that maybe DM Speedy would find it. You guys could have found the tome of slime.
I don't like that.
No. Slime magic is very particular. I think DM Lacara can actually see it looking at the compendium of spells. It is very particular stuff. It is mostly acidically based, but literally you can create slime molds and slime creatures with adhesive properties. And your level 4 spell, which you would have been able to cast because of madness, I was kind of hoping, like I said, once again, that Sweetie found it. You can transform your flesh into slime, becoming one with your tome, and granting you spells like abilities. But the only way to reverse it
is to specifically find a certain item in the game.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
I feel like Speedy would absolutely have done that.
Yep.
he would have.
Yep.
He would have. He was barreling at chaos, and I was like, "Go for it." I'm surprised he didn't use Starlight Nova. He could have done it.
He
It
probably
wasn't
didn't
going to
realize
hurt
he could.
the Outer God, but he could have done it.
Subclass is going to be hard to beat with 3 votes in already. Okay. Not that
Listen,
we
that's okay.
necessarily
I voted
want to
in
beat
here.
it, but
Listen, we're all for the classes.
Yep.
But again, thank everybody for coming. Thank you everyone for joining us. And if you enjoy
Thank you
yourself,
for running it.
oh, of course. And if you've enjoyed listening to us rant, lose our minds, and talk about things that probably will give everybody else nightmares, come back in 2 weeks. We'll be here.
2 weeks, we'll be back. In the meantime, where can everyone find you guys? Besides DM Lacara, you have to. We're the outer gods that stand in between
Yes.
her and you.
She's the constellation. We're the outer gods that exist. You can find me connected to Discord and clickety clacking away for the next couple of weeks. However, I may or may not be attempting to stream at some point in the next couple of weeks. We're going to see how my schedule opens up. And at all times, you can usually find me bumbling in the Okami Gakure, DM Okami's wonderful, wonderful Discord that if you're not a member of, you can be.
It's true.
I'll be in there dropping knowledge and
Is there a command for that?
trying to find ways to scare AWAs back.
There is. Of course there's a command for that. Because AWAS said, why is there no command?
AWAS is eventually going to be our marketing manager.
For real.
Basically.
You know what? Hold on. Let me fix something here.
Uh-oh. Are we about to...
How do I don't know how to do it. How do I do it?
What do you
do? It.
Oh, wait. I think I know. I can just enter the command, right?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Already a moss.
Yeah, we already gave the power. Yeah, we gave AWAS the power along.
I was like, I can't do it because it's already there.
Oh, how she knew what you were thinking before.
Yeah, she's like, don't do it. Don't do it. AWAS, hopefully AWAS, you'll be joining us come September for the grand campaign of Cardna.
Yeah.
I guess we'll figure out all the semantics. I'll have all the maps and stuff ready, and things will be fully good to go. It'll be a Roll20 campaign similar to this one, but you guys are actually going to get to pick which island you go to first.
Ooh.
But like I said, Helen, the chances of Helen, Arcbus, and Lucian appearing in the world now is a thing. So you never know. Maybe Helen will wake up in that Fae portal that she always wanted.
I think you mean that she was always terrified of.
Well, that too. And hey, you know what, Arcbus, you might finally find that, giant flapping creature that's been tracking you for a while now.
Me no likey that.
That's not the worst thing that was hunting you. But until then, guys, have a great night.
Thank you. Have fun.
I will.
I will be back tomorrow. I don't
There you
know
go.
if I'll be late, but I will be streaming more Horizon Forbidden West. You can watch me scream at the TV as the game glitches for the 7,000th time and I can't complete another quest, and I just get angrier and angrier before I go look up, is this quest glitched sometimes, to have other people say, oh yeah, you just gotta turn your game off.
So both times that I've popped in recently, I seem to come in just as you're hitting like mental anguish. Because like I popped in and you were just like, "Come on, what are you doing, develop?" And I was like, "Ah, I came in at the right time." Yeah, I picked the stress portion.
Last week I decided to end my stream by fighting a Thunderjaw, which is basically a giant robot T-Rex, and
Mhm.
I was doing so well. And then out of nowhere, I see the icon pop up behind my character's head that something's about to hit you, and I'm like, no, because I'm looking at this T-Rex. He ain't gonna do shit to me. And then all of a sudden, there was no noise, no nothing, and a stag robot was right behind me and just like beat the hell out of the back of my head with its hooves. And I was like, how did you, what? There's no way you snuck up on me like that.
Just like surprise. It's the deer from Adventure Time just taking his gloves
It
off.
really was, because he was on his back, his hind legs, and everything. I was like, no way, I'm not getting killed by a fanghorn here.
Oh,
You.
did you know?
You met yourself.
Oh, he did. Was he stuck in a door?
Oh, no, there's no doors.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's alright. I was playing Twisted Cryptids the other day, and I took a photo of part of the like manual, which talks about jackalopes, and their description of it is like basically what would happen if you ever wondered what like would result from a bunny and a weird deer getting together. And I just looked at it and I read it, and then I read it a second time, and I'm like, oh my god, Runa has a jackalope son somewhere. I had already come up with the fact that like one of the times that he got Raven Queened away, that he like was gonna end up, that he spent like years and years acting as an ambassador on this planet with a bunch of rabbit folk. So I just looked at it and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. He's got a jackalope on another plane of existence.
There's a horror in that, but at the same time, it's too funny not to enjoy.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, will this kid be as awkward as me, or will it be incredibly not awkward? What's worse for Runa? That's the question.
I'm just imagining you guys are gonna be adventuring, and someone's gonna be like, "Hey, Dad," and you're gonna be like, "What? Huh?" But like you're gonna be in the middle of combat, and it's gonna be like, "Are you my dad?"
Are you my dad?
The
party's gonna be like, Runa fucks? Runa knows what fuck is?
Runa only gets stuck in yours.
Runa has become such an enigma to our party of painfully polite people that they just refuse to engage no matter what he says or does, and no matter how similar or different it is from his previous behavior, they just nod and smile.
I love that it's like, we don't want to engage this. Like, whatever this Runa shit is, we're gonna let it be Runa. Like,
They're incredibly accepting, but also totally uncurious.
the most creative dismissiveness they could ever have. Like, we see it. We just don't want to acknowledge it.
We don't know what to do with this.
I'm sorry, did he just say he wants to do paperwork? Huh?
Yeah, I try not to railroad anybody, but at one point I was like, is nobody gonna ask about this total 180? And they were just like, nope. All right.
Like everyone's cool with this. All right.
We have fun.
That's
Listen,
what's important.
I don't know if it's going to happen this year. And it probably won't be with DM Bacon because, you know, we mentioned PvP and he hissed and disappeared. But at some point, we will for sure do our we will finally play our empowered one shot.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, now we actually have enough people. We might actually be able to get away with it.
You know what? While I'm on vacation, I will try to finish brainstorming for the Labyrinth one shot as well.
Yes. Yes, one shots. I love how though we say one shots, but we know how this works. They'll end
3
up.
shots.
Yeah.
You feel like the 3 shot is like the perfect. It's like start. Now you've got an idea of it. Build. Then know what you want to do. End it where it is, and it's just like. Ta-da.
Yep.
I like the 3 shot. We're coining that now. 3 shots. To hell with you, Wapsie. You guys have adventure books and 1 shots. We've got 3 shots.
Pew pew pew.
That's exactly the sound of a 3 shot. Pew pew pew.
I
With the
think when I get the book for Obajima and I read it, I think we should definitely do a 3 shot in the world of Obajima. Which is like
hell yes.
Studio Ghibli inspired stuff. I think that's something we're all into in some regard.
Yep.
Also, I totally think if we ever get the chance to get Clubs on here, we should have him maybe for like October totally run us through Mothership.
Ooh.
And maximize the horror of things.
Ooh.
Because he runs a good Mothership.
I will play anything thrice.
Can he rename it Fathership when he's running it?
Just because of the hat.
Yeah.
Just because of the hat.
He has a dad hat.
Yeah. He just has a dad hat, and it's like my favorite hat of all time. Well, folks, I will be heading off as it is probably time for all of us to hit the head.
True.
Thank you guys. Yeah. No, I know me. I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to be brainstorming for the next hour before I sleep. So.
I got to do my dailies in Rivals. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, AWAS. Okay, bye, everyone. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Have a good holiday 3-day weekend if you've got one. And remember, be nice, roll dice, be cool, don't get eaten by elder gods, and avoid the demiplane of sludge. That's really just the best advice I give you. Avoid the demiplane of sludge.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Twitch. Bye, YouTube. Yes, I know.